All right, all right. Hi, everybody. Dreads is back. You are now at the Underground Lab, and this is the show, Raw Talent by the #1 DMV queen, Miss Dreadhead. I had to take some time, y'all. I had to go, get my body right. Had a little complications, they took out the tumor. But I'll talk more about that, But I do have some funny stories coming this way, some great topics from a lot of supporters and a lot of friends of mine. I even have one in here that I put myself this time. So the first one of the day is a story about a coworker that I have that's from Africa. Her name is Lou. She told me a story, about steaming that cat. Now, steaming that cat is when she goes and she takes a bucket. Now, this is something they say they do in Africa. Like in Africa, they go and they get buckets and shit and fill it up with hot water. I don't know where the fuck they find this water at, but they put the water in the bucket, put bucket or whatever the hell they put on it, and sit there and squat and steam that ass. Now, she said you got to make sure you put some salt in it because it's going to clean up everything that's inside. Now, I'm like, woo. How hot does the water have to be? And do you have to shave your cat before you do it? Because what if, you get it too hot and you start burning your hairs off? Now you smelling like burning minerals. You smelling like burnt fingernails and shit. She gotta give me better instructions, but she telling me about how they do steaming cats. I'm gonna learn more about this, y'all, because I'm going to go get my butt bucket and dip that ass. Just know, I'm doing it. I'm ass dipping one day on a daily, because she said to make it tight and it make your walls all. I'm like, it rejuvenate the walls. She's like, yeah, this what threw me off, because I ain't understand this part. I don't know why Africans felt like it was cool to just tell me that, but okay. She said, you know how you go to bathrooms and you sit your butt on bathroom toilets? No, the fuck I don't. Nigga, I'm Jamaican. I done ran from Cool Runnings. I'm going to run from a booty mineral on the toilet seat. No, I don't sit, I squat. So I know my knee balls is always steady because I squat. I don't know what's on that toilet. It's another niggas that been sitting right there, booty tooty roos, all on that motherfucker. I don't sit on public bathrooms. So I guess that's why they dip that ass a lot. Because she said, all you need is hot water for everything. You take water, you put it on your stomach, you get a towel, you sit in a room, in a corner, and you dip your ass in a bucket. And then let the steam get inside you with the salt and steam it all out. Now, she said Americans don't know. I did not know about steaming no cat. No, that was the first time I've ever heard about steaming cat. Like, I've seen some little Jones when you sit on the toilet and they got this little thing that you put it in to foam up and make your pussy all tight and all this other stuff. Makes supposed to take the detox and all that out. And all the niggas that nutted in you about 14 years ago, all the babies coming out. I even seen one come out with a full-blown baby. Like, it's crazy. So I'm noticing these things with our new cat creatures that they making now. But I didn't know you could make your own at-home coochie or cat or whatever you want to, punani, whatever you want to call your middle section. I didn't know you could make your own coochie tonic. And now I know. So I text my husband, right? I said, babe, I'm about to go get me a butt bucket. He's like, what the fuck did you just write me? I said, I'm going to get a butt bucket because I want to dip that ass. I want to see what happens to that ass. First of all, I know my ass gonna be sweating profusely, and I'm gonna have a bigger ass ring right here in this vicinity, because my ass is. But the only thing I'm worried about is me getting stuck in it. Because then if I get stuck in this motherfucker, now I'm gonna be rolling like this with ass just leaking, there's ass juice and hot water just everywhere, rolling all over the place, and that's not gonna be a good look. So I'm definitely gonna have to figure that whole situation out. I'm definitely gonna be talking to her more to get some more, involvement on how I want to dip that ass right when I get, my butt bucket. Speaking of pot bellies, I had one incident, y'all, that almost made me quit pot bellies. I don't no longer work at that store. Why? Because I was terrified. I worked at the pot bellies at Union Station when I got promoted as a manager. Now, everybody thinks, you got a store. Oh, yeah, wonderful. Everything that come out of Union Station ain't shit. Okay? The tents ain't shit. The tour bus that ride around that dumbass circle ain't shit. The crackheads ain't shit. That small ass H&M ain't shit. The motherfucking nasty ass food, the two Chipotles in that bitch. Why is the two Chipotles? The two Chipotles in that bitch ain't shit. The Victoria's Secret ain't shit. The dungeon that's downstairs that nobody ever know about ain't shit. I'm trying to tell you. Let me tell you the reasons why Union Station ain't shit. First of all, I have seen the wildest shit at Union Station. I've seen a nigga wash his ass in a water fountain and then somebody come behind him and use it. Like, but that ain't all. That ain't all. When I got hired there, they did not tell me that none of the shit that was going to happen was going to happen. They said, oh, this is a nice store. We always have traffic here. It's nice. It's busy. You know, you love the people here. They didn't tell me it was cluckers I'm going to have to fight. They ain't tell me they be fucking behind the door and I can't take out the trash by myself because it's going to be somebody shitting, pissing, or fucking behind the door. Okay? First day in. I keep hearing shit in the ceiling. And it sounds like a Tasmanian devil was at full spin. I'm talking about. Now, if you ever been to Potbellies have these aluminum ass tiles for ceiling. So they look like they about to bend in on your ass. So I'm hearing something heavy just running across this motherfucker at full force. And I'm just like, what the fuck is that? They're like, oh, you'll find out. I'm like, I don't like that. So I'm thinking the guy's pranking me because I'm the only girl manager there. So I'm thinking the guy's is pranking me. Man, a week later goes by. I'm sitting there. I had to take out the trash. I'm doing my first shift by myself, take out the trash. I see cluckers fucking behind the door. So as I go open the door, I can't open the door, but I hear the ugliest moans I could ever think physically possible. Clucker sex is the worst thing to walk up on or hear. Like, clucker porn would be amazingly fucked up. Like, this is the worst shit ever. Sound like they was choking coyotes in the back. So, I come out. And I'm like, what in the hell's mail is y'all back here doing? Y'all smelling and shit? Oh my God, it smell like possum nuts back here. Get your asses up and go. You take your turd with, they done pissed and shit back there. I went to go take out my trash. Shit. I'm talking about a huge pile of shit. Like they was dookie for days back that motherfucker. Big glob of shit and piss right there in a cup. I'm like, y'all some terrible son bitches in here. Now y'all unhabitated ass motherfuckers in here. Y'all nasty. I ain't want to eat nothing else. But this is the shit that made me want to almost quit Potbellies, bruh. I should have known something in that bitch wasn't right because when I came in there one morning after ordering the truck, it was a big ass bite out of a box. Now this bite wasn't a normal bite. It was like a shark, a baby shark bit into that bitch. And I was like, bruh, what the fuck is in this store? Like did a homeless person break into the glass and like try to bite into the box, bro, because this is a big ass bite out of this box. So it didn't happen until that night when I'm getting the store ready and I'm about to grab my shoes. I cannot make this shit up, y'all. I look down, put my shoes on, and I look, and I see a fucking fat ass rat. I'm talking about this nigga was big as shit. He was the size of a fucking king size bed. He look at me, I look at him. I'm like, oh, you son of a bitch. So as I'm ready to run, this nigga hops. I never seen a fucking rat jump so fucking gracefully. But that nigga said boop, 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 boop. And sat right there like, nigga, you gonna stay with me today. You ain't gonna leave. I call my rat cousin. So I'm just like, oh shit. I ain't had nobody at the time. The last person just left. I'm trying to get the fuck out of the store, but I'm trying to keep my eyes on this big motherfucker. So as I'm turning off the light, because I gotta turn off the light, that's when I got scared, y'all, because if I turn this light, I don't see this motherfucker no more. So that means I can't see him. He can see me, but I can't see him. Soon as I was about to flick, I had my leg over the counter. Flick, ran out of that bitch like an anime character, so motherfucking fast. So the next morning, my coworker, he texted me, he like, why the store now? I said, I'm waiting on you. I said, I'm not coming back in the store ever again because it's a huge person that lives in here. And he said, who lives in there is a person. but it ain't our habitat. But it's a human-sized son of a bitch in this motherfucker. So I'm calling this motherfucker a person. So he was like, I'm on my way. I said, yeah, bring bleach. So I kept telling them, young, that it was rats in the ceiling and it's rats coming in the store. That was the noise that I kept hearing. They didn't believe me until this day. So we caught one. We caught one with the bleach. I was like, y'all better put some bleach by that little hole because they coming in from the ceiling, coming out that hole, and what they doing is they gonna fall down as soon as they come down. They ain't got no cap like reflexes, so they just gonna fall. So put that bucket right there, and I promise you gonna catch one of the motherfuckers. So we filled up a big ass trash can full of water and bleach. Next day we caught them, right? Thought we caught them all. This is Union Station, the manifestation of rats and cluckers. I go in the store again, and they left bread and cookies out. It was big ass bites, like fucking chocolate, like chocolate was in that motherfucker. Count Chocolate was biting into the motherfuckers. 1, 2, 3, just biting shit. So I'm like, oh Lord, what the fuck am I gonna do with this shit? I call him up. I'm like, Mom, you gotta come out here. It's a rat problem, bruh. Like, we fuck raid. You gotta get a fucking shotgun borrow that junk from the Nexus Billy you can find, bruh. And I don't mean Billy Goat. I mean a nigga named Billy that like Walmart, because we need some motherfucking big bullets. Some big bullets. He's like, it ain't that bad. I said, nah, Slim, it's that bad. As he gets there, he sees all the bread and shit bit into, but we keep smelling shit, right? So whole time that rat got caught, right? But it got caught under the dress station. So what threw me off is, I don't know if everybody has seen Resident Evil when the fucking zombie had the split head and that shit looked like a plant and the shit come out. That's what the motherfucker looked like. Threw me way off. I could not work no more. I was like, okay, this is throwing me off with these rats. Like, we got to get new doors or something like that, because this is throwing me off. I didn't even want to eat in there because it threw me off. So the next day, very next day, I'm using the bathroom, right? You know, because now they starting to believe me about the rat. So I'm using the bathroom, right? So all I hear is, what the fuck is that? So I'm washing my hands and shit. I hear another, I'm like, okay, you know what? Come out. I'm like, bro, what the fuck is wrong with you? Why are you in here screaming like somebody's bitch? He's like, bruh. And then he's doing this like, and I'm like, hey, look, stop fucking playing with me, okay, cuz? Don't do this shit. I don't have time for that pranking shit. Y'all always trying to play with me. What is wrong? It's a big ass rat that just went under the dress station. I'm like, what? So my dumb ass, I grab a ladder, because first of all, I don't fuck with rats. I don't fuck with them jokes. Like, don't. So when he said that, I'm like, nigga, come on now. And he looked so scared. So he started sitting on the dress station because he was like, I'm not putting my feet down. So as we're sitting there conversating, I'm asking him, I'm like, okay, how big was it? Like, what did it look like? He like, yo, it was the biggest rat I ever seen. I said, was it a Norwegian rat? Like, was it like an African rat? What was it, a Southeast rat? What kind of rat was it? A Dungeness rat? What kind of rat was this motherfucker? So right as we're talking about the rat, young, this big son of a bitch comes from underneath the dress station. He's built like a fucking two by four with a big ass thing of fucking yellow pages on top of it. Like, he's dragging some fucking yellow pages behind him. This was a strong son of a bitch. Like, he could have pulled that dress station with his tail. That was a big motherfucker. So I see him, and I'm black, y'all. I'm a ho when I get into scary situations like that. I'm a Libra. I'm not about to fight that. I'm gone. The fuck, do you see me? Gone. I ran about that motherfucker. I'm talking about anime, Dragon Ball Z, just knee balls touch the chest. Oh. So I run screaming. I don't know if y'all seen House Party with my man, seen Shireen, and he was screaming, and the uncle came out like this, and he started screaming all the way out. That was me. I had that moment. So as I finished screaming and running for my life, I literally ran into the police officer because they was coming my way, to security. They was like, what's wrong? I said, y'all need to give me some bullets. I need some bullets because there's a big ass rat in there. I need some fucking bullets. Y'all need to give me every bullet that y'all got because there's a big ass rat in there and y'all need to shoot that motherfucker. Like, don't look at me crazy like that, but you need to give me your gun. Like, he was like, what's in there? I said, I just told you it's a rat, but this ain't no normal rat. Like, this nigga gets up and talk to people. Like, you need to go stop this motherfucker before it start committing rat crimes. Like, it's gonna have rat on black crimes out here going on, but you not trying to protect or serve by going to bust a cap in that motherfucking rat. If you don't want to do it, bro, I'll go do it and sacrifice the shit out of him, leave him hanging in the alley and shit by his little rat tail so his little rat cousins could see his ass. Like, nah, no. But that was the reason I had got transferred because I refused. I'm not fighting with no damn rats. Them Jones heavy. Them was some heavy, well-fed ass rats. They was eating everything in that goddamn ball. I'm not, probably trying on a Victoria's Secret lingerie in that motherfucker. Dabbing their little necks with perfume and shit, rubbing on a little lotion with their little rat paws. Fuck that. Just like seductively shaking their little tail, sashaying in a little Victoria's Secret out. Nah. Fuck that. No. But that's the reason why I almost fucking quit Potbellies. And I don't deal with rats. I don't deal with rats, y'all. I don't like rats, bugs, none of them shits. Anything that crawl and I can't catch, can't fuck it up, no, jump, any of that shit, I don't fuck with. Now, one thing I wanted to talk about, this is funny. I wanted to talk about losing your virginities. Now, everybody makes it seem like they losing their virginity was like this great experience. Like, yeah, when I lost my virginity, I was listening to this song, and then he played this, and then we did this, and it was magical. That's how you're supposed to, picture your virginity, losing your virginity to somebody. It's supposed to be perfect. You're supposed to see flashing lights, and then a furry's supposed to come out and pass you this little card that says, you're done. You're a hoe now. You're supposed to get your hoe card. All that shit's supposed to happen. No. Mine was very depressing. First of all, I lost my virginity to a nigga that washed up with VO5 soap, the shampoo. I was very disturbed with my life. I didn't know these things. True story. I had met my first when I had came back from New York from meeting like some family out there. Junior Station. We was cool. We talked for like, I'd say about 8 months. 8 months. He came out like we was talking one day, and it was like 2 months before his birthday. We've been together for 8 months. So I didn't know what like the love thing was, but he came out with this man on three-way one day. It was like, man, I gotta tell you, man, I think I finally in love, man. Woo-woo. So I'm just like, oh, wow, I done made somebody fall in love, but so now he say that, I gotta be in love. Okay, well, I'm okay. So, but we never we never did anything, we never hung out, we always conversated, but we was like cool with each other. Like we talked and invested in each other. We ain't just do physical things. Like I wasn't always thotting. You know what I'm saying? I had my coochie had courage, okay? So I wasn't just out here throwing that thing around. I had some respect for my cat. Put some respect on it. So yeah, so we was talking for a while, and I was like, you know what? He is so respectful. Like, he's a hoe. Like my first was a hoe. He was a hoe. So for him not to have sex with me, like, that was wild because I was a virgin. You know what I'm saying? I was in high school, but I was a virgin. I was almost 18, so I was like, fuck it, I'm gonna lose my virginity. I went out to meet him out Anglewood. I was on the south side. So that's another reason why we didn't like always hang out, because he lived all the way out there and I didn't know nothing about there. I'm a south side baby. So I go all the way out there, I had my little outfit that I was gonna wear. I'm not used to that. I'm thinking, in my head, like losing your virginity is gonna be so perfect. I had the song played out like on record, so I was gonna know what I was gonna lose it to, and all this. I'm thinking I'm about to have the most amazing thought experience ever. Like, just explicit thought nation. No, it didn't go like that. I meet this nigga. Now I knew shit was wrong when I seen the nigga walking down the bridge to the station. Now, Rhode Island Avenue Station has a little bridge. You can see people. They changed it now, but you can still see them walking, right? coming from with like the little Edgewood part. They changed it now, but you can still see him walking. So I see him walking, I'm like, he got a lot of fucking powder blue on right now. So back in the day, they used to wear the little jersey suits and shit. So he had the powder blue jersey joint on, right? With the Air Force Ones and all that shit. So I'm like, okay, got the shades on with the hat and everything. I'm like, damn, this nigga look like a cloud. Okay. All right. That's how they dress up here. Okay, way different. All right. So I already knew his mom. Like his mom and his dad loved me because I was very respectful. So I always wanted to meet his mom. So when I first got there, his mom was just like, oh, hey, baby. You know, she was very, very sweet. They ended up leaving because they had to go drop like the father off at this little appointment and stuff. He was going through it, but he ended up passing. But that's another story. But so we get there and I'm sitting in the living room. He's like, okay, let's go in my room. Now he had 2 rooms. It was a 3-bedroom, but he had 2 of the rooms. Now what threw me off was both of the rooms didn't have doorknobs. Like I was just like done with that. I was just like, Slim, where's your doorknobs? You know what I'm saying? Like, I can't turn the door in your room. Like, I got to click. Like, I can push or click. Like, where's the doorknobs? So that already made me feel uncomfortable because somebody could just look inside because this nigga don't have no doorknobs. So I'm just like, okay. He's like, oh, nah, I took them all because they just kept, throwing me off. I was like, doorknobs throw you off, bruh. This not having doorknob thing is throwing me off. Like, okay, this uptown shit, okay. So we sitting there. I'm like, what you got to watch on TV? He had this old ass TV, first of all, it threw me off because it was just this old ass 24-inch little monitor TV. So it didn't have no buttons. Like this shit is wild. Like he had no doorknobs, no buttons. And when I continue on the story, you're going to realize he had he's a nothing ass nigga to me now because he had nothing from the start. Like, God damn it, I hate this shit. So I'm like, how do I turn the TV on? So he's like, stick your finger in it. Stick my finger in this motherfucker and press down to turn this, to activate it. What if it electrocute me? Oh, it's not. Nigga, you don't know that. You don't know that. You don't know that. You turn it on. So when he turned it on, me and him was talking for like, I'd say like 5 minutes, right? But the TV never seemed to come on. So I was like, hey, bro, hold on. We've been conversating, but why is the TV still off? Like, did you hit the button? He said, yeah, it takes a while for it to come on. I'm like, hold on, wait a minute. We gotta wait for this bitch to load. Hold the fuck up. Hold on, wait a minute. No, this is not happening to me. Like, oh shit. So he's like, let's get comfortable. So I'm just like, I'm trying to find one thing in here that can get me comfortable right now. So we sitting down and he's like, I'm about to change. So I'm like, okay. So as he's changing, I realized he had on some loosey-gooseys. Now, I don't know if females know what loosey-gooseys is, but them loose-ass boxers. So he had on some loosey-gooseys. And he was a slim, tall dude, but he had on loosey-gooseys. And I'm just like, okay, I'm about to get you some drawers, because them ain't going to work. Them jailhouse drawers, them some loosey-gooseys. He takes it off, and when he dropped everything, to try to show his package off to me, that's the first time I ever seen a package in my face. But when he did that, the whiff of ass just came to my face, right? And I'm in nuts, salty nuts. Like salty nuts hit the atmosphere of the nose along with Gucci mineral and butter. Like it threw me off, right? So I'm like, I'm immediately looking down in this radius because I'm like, okay, what is that? So I look and I see shit like a boo-boo ring in his drawers and in his sky blue outfit. So I'm like, ho. This is the reason why I jones so bad, because I used to fire this nigga up so much. That's why he broke up with me, because I used to fire this man the fuck up. I should have knew right there that this was going to be toxic. So this nigga, I'm like, nah, bruh, I'm not losing my virginity like this. Like, you gotta at least wash your ass. Like, I washed my ass and everything before I came here. You gotta wash, bro. Like, this is already throwing me off. Like, I don't even know if I wanna do this. He's like, all right, look, I'm gonna go take a shower and shit. You wanna come in there with me? I'm like, I want to make sure you wash all the shit off of you. So, yeah. So, I go inside of there. You know what I'm saying? It got worse, y'all. It got worse. This is not it. So, go in the bathroom, right? He doesn't have lights in the bathroom. So, this nigga had to take his fucking lamp out of the room and bring the lamp inside the fucking bathroom and plug the damn lamp up. And the damn shit ain't had no shower lid, the damn curtain on it, the lamp curtain. So, if you put your arm down, you're going to burn your motherfucking self. So I'm sitting there, and I'm like, this is depressing. Like, I thought living in Southeast was poverty. Like, this ain't happening right now. Like, I know this not happening. Bitch, I could have lost my virginity to a Southside nigga. Like, what the fuck was I thinking? So, can I make this shit up? He comes and he leaves out the bathroom. I'm sitting on the toilet. He comes back in. He like, all right, I'm gonna wash it. This nigga, I'm like, what you washing up with? Cause it was the original. I'm talking about the lukewarm smelling one, like the neutral smelling ass VO5, like the gold one. That nigga washed up with VO5 shampoo. I was the fuck done. Nigga smelled like Cousin Skater, like the little toy, like he was built for play. Like I was just done. I was very depressed when I lost my virginity. I hated it. And I still talk about that shit to this day when people, I had lost my virginity. When I tell that story, mine's always tops the notch of fucked upness. Everything about that was fucked up. Even the cockroach that was sitting in there next to the motherfucker box of Flavor Flakes was sitting there shaking his motherfucking head like, bitch, you could have did better. But I have another story because I want to talk about these things. Because these things also happen to me, you know, in real life. Like, you know, I have some experiences in life, you know, where you just got to say fuck shit. I'm a very fuck shit individual. As you can tell, petty is what I go by. One thing I hate, because I grew up, you know, around domestic violence, and I've been in a domestic violence relationship, you know, like I was in 8 years of that shit. But one thing I never did was, you know, talk about going to my friends and keep getting them involved in shit. You know what I'm saying? Like that's one thing I did not do. A lot of people didn't know I was really going through a lot of shit. You know what I'm saying? Because I felt embarrassed. You know, but the people that did know, they helped me and made me realize that ain't the way. You know what I'm saying? But I had an incident, right? And a family member hit me up. And it was like, you need to talk to such and such because such and such and such and such is going through this motherfucker. I said, look, first of all, I'm a married woman. I'm happy. Please don't call me about somebody else's misery. I'm not trying to be mean or disrespectful, but I hate when somebody calls me and they want to tell me something about somebody, but they're not going to do nothing to stop it. You cannot try to get mad at somebody that doesn't want to listen to the shit over shit that you allow in your life. If you gonna run back to a nigga, that's like, because I've had that happen when I had to go get a friend as well. And I went all the way out of my way to go save her from this nigga that comes to find out he sucks dildos. I'm talking about this nigga sucking dick so good, he can suck a waving flag straight. He can suck plethoras of penis. So I think that's really what the fight was about. But anyway, I go save her, drive my ass all the way out West Bubblefuck, Maryland to go get her. And guess what? She act like she don't want to leave. This is the man, you don't understand. He's sucking more dick than you are. And he's smacking you around. You getting smacked by a nigga that suck dick. That's not right, register right to me. You know what I'm saying? And then she's stupid. She went and did her. She back with the nigga, not doing what she's supposed to do as a mother because she's worried about the next motherfucker. So I had to cut that shit off. I had to cut that friendship off. Why? Because I'm not Captain Saver, dumbass. I'm not going to keep coming to save you. So when the family member that I'm going to be honest, this is my motherfucking sister. The stupid motherfucker. I'm being real. Like, I don't care who you are, friend, family, whatever, but technically, if you don't want to help yourself get better, then I can't help you, bruh. Like, it's no helping somebody that doesn't want to be helped. So they've been in a relationship for 6 years, and they're at it. They haven't got a place. They don't even have on their IG or Facebook in a relationship. they still single on social media, and they still single in real life. This man has never committed to you in any way. He's never helped you get any further in life. He hasn't bettered you as a woman. He hasn't educated you in a way to build yourself up and get yourself a better job or get you through school, because you have talent, but get you through school, get a house. Y'all still living in a car. Like, it's so much shit going on. So you can't sit here and try to help somebody that don't want to be helped. I can't sit here and say, okay, you gotta leave. You don't understand. We've been together for 6 years. We got history. Yeah, but what you're not understanding is me and my husband been together for about almost 5 years. And we've been married for almost 1 year, coming next month. And what I don't understand is, how the fuck is we coming from bad relationships, from living in 2 different spots on 2 different sides of DC, to living together, to being engaged, to going through a fire together, and living together, being married, and now have a house. Now he's got a new job and everything. Like, you know, I've been with my husband through the thick and thin. You know, when he quit his job at Nando's and he wanted to do better, he found a better job. Now that man is about to be a manager and make more money. You know what I'm saying? So he's doing good for himself. So they not doing that. They just sitting there trying to figure out where to go. You got to go to this nigga to go get your nails done, because this nigga that you're supposed to be sleeping with at night is not even able to pay you to beautify yourself. He can't even get you tampons. So I don't like when people take their personal problems and bring them to other people, because at the end of the day, if you don't want to help yourself, if you don't see nothing's wrong, then you can't sit there and cry out wolf, period. You can't go to your friends on social media and be like, I'm tired of this nigga. He keep blacking my eye. He keep hurting me. He keep cheating on me. And then 2 posts later, I don't know what it is. I'm just so crazy about him. No, bitch, you crazy. You crazy. Because we can't believe you. Like, you want somebody to come save you, but we can't, because you know you don't want to go. You like that shit. So stop bothering people that is not miserable with your miserable shit, because guess what? We don't give a fuck. Like, we gonna sit right there and listen to your dumb ass and put you on mute, or put ourselves on mute, and just laugh like shit and enjoy our life while you sitting there talking to yourself. Because we know you ain't gonna leave. If you're not sitting there with a backpack, with ready to hop in the getaway van, then nigga, it's no reason. It's no reason. It's no motherfucking reason. Now, the next one I got here is, I'm going to update y'all on, my surgery. I had surgery last Thursday. Now, this shit is funny because I was not ready for none of this shit. Like, they told me to come there comfortable. Now, comfortable to me means ass naked. I'm going to be serious. I came there with some pajamas and no panties on. Dead serious. They told me come in there comfortable. Now, I'm like, y'all about to take my shit off. Y'all gonna make me go in the room and put that dumbass thing on, ass out gown. I'm not about to be taking no bra off and all that shit. I let these skeeter bites breathe and let this fat cat call. That's exactly what the fuck I did. So when I got there, came in my little slippers and my pajamas, titties all just bouncing all over the place, little bitty bitties. But it had some jigger to it that day. That's all that fucking matters. So I shipped these little titty balls down to the bottom basement level to get my surgery. So as I'm sitting down there, I'm starting to get a little cold, right? And I'm like, woo! So I had my little robe, So I had to take the robe and like glide that motherfucker a couple times, glide that motherfucker up and down me, because it like all this right here was just chilly. Like the bottom of the basement had just atmosphere, just Arctic ocean, just Arctic atmosphere. That's exactly what it was like, Arctic atmosphere. It was cold as shit. It was like reaching the top peak of a mountain with no air. It was cold as a motherfucker. So I'm sitting there just trying to clench up in a little ass knot. Now, as the people, I got there before staff was there. I had to be there at 5 in the morning. right? So I was there before staff. So I'm sitting there waiting for everybody else to come in there. Dude come in the joint with the fucking metal plate in his leg. I've never seen that shit in real life when a person had metal hanging out their fucking body, but I was like, nigga, I hope you don't clip. Because they was trying to help him, but he was just so determined to do everything on his own. But he was leaning forward with the Lord John was like, if he slip, he is going forward, and that metal plate is just going everywhere. So I'm sitting there, they called us to the back. And we sitting there, we all had our different doctors. My doctors, Lord John was over here. The other lady who had their doctor was over there. The other lady, you know, she was getting her little work done. Their doctor was over there. So they come over there, of course. They tell me I gotta, you know, change. I'm like, oh, okay. Well, just give me the gown. She was like, well, you need this bag to put your stuff in. Your underwear and stuff. I said, I don't need that. I freeballed. Came in this joint, nudie tootie tootie. You can see the booty. So they gave me my little stuff. I had to take the metal out of my head because they didn't tell me that part. I couldn't have no metal. So I had to take all the metal out of my head that I had. I had little charms. I had to take them all out. So I'm in the bathroom taking my charms out, you know, and little nurse log on the jump, and she's like, are you okay in there? I'm like, yeah, this fat cat is calling. Just about to let it purr, put my stuff on. Had to put on these little socks. You know, they were some tight ass socks. Remind me of soccer socks. They was tight as shit. But they stopped me from blood clotting due to surgery. So I had my little gown on. Little Joan had a little catheter pouch and everything. Nice little Joan. Made out a little claw. Get all the way over there. Go back into my little room where I, you know, get my surgery out, talking to my doctor. So the lady, she puts the IV in. She like, yeah, I'm going to give you something to relax you. I'm like, okay, cool. The doctor come in there. They like, yeah, we getting ready to repair your hernia and all this. This is what I thought I was getting done. A hernia repair. These motherfuckers. Go, laying down. They tell me relax, fix my hair up, everything. The last thing I remember was when they put the little thing on my nose, and then I don't remember shit. I still think these motherfuckers dropped me because my back has been bothering me ever since. I think these niggas dropped me. I had a whole new onesie on, the whole little gown. I ain't even had the same gown. They changed me and shit, which means they was looking at these titties. They changed. They was on looking at the plethora of all this. They was just looking at me. I didn't like that because they had to dress me like I was a fucking doll and I couldn't defend myself. Then I woke up, throat all hurting because they had to put the little thing in there. What threw me off about the lady when she said she had to put a tube in my mouth, she was like, yeah, I just want to let you know the slight risks of putting this down your mouth, your throat is that, you know, it might knock out some of your teeth or mess up your lip, you know. I'm like, hold on, wait the fuck minute. How hard is you shoving this down my mouth? Mom, my throat was hurting for 3 days. I couldn't even drink no, like, type of shit. Like, it was hurting. Like, I done woke up with 3 dicks in my throat. Like, it was horrible. So, I get up, I'm like, hey, Mom. I'm like, hey, Mo, why my throat feel rough? Like, what's going on? Like, I thought we was going to surgery. They like, oh, man, you already had the surgery. I'm like, nigga, what? So, the first thing I did, because I looked down on my gown, I was like, this ain't the right gown. This ain't the same gown that I remember when I went to sleep, when they put the thing on my face. This ain't the same gown. So I lifted up my gown. I'm dead serious, y'all. Cat still out. And I'm looking to see where my incision was because I thought they was going to give me the zipper. As I'm doing that, cat all out. Doctor pulls the curtain back. Hey, Miss Bland, her. Good, we got to tell you that, you know, we did all the little things for the hernia. It wasn't the hernia that was bothering you, man. You had a mass. You had a tumor inside. So we took it out, scooped it. You know, just scooped it on out. We're going to take it back to testing. We're going to let you know what it was. First of all, when the nigga said scoop, I thought he was bullshitting. But I have a dimple in my damn belly button. I need to have a talk with this motherfucker. What fucking thing did you scoop out of me, motherfucker? It looked like they had an ice cream scooper and scooped that shit because I have a fucking dick. It looked like a thank you, like a smiley face on a thank you bag now. Now my fucking stomach look awkward as shit. That is a conversation piece right there. My stomach is a conversation piece. This shit is crazy. Now, another funny thing is I had a conversation, you know, with my friend, and this was like, you know, the day after I actually had my surgery. And I was a little bit out of my nutty ass mind because they had me on perks. So I would literally have like a little conversation before I start dozing off. That's why I don't take the person anymore, because they really like fuck with me. So I haven't fuck with them jokes. I just be like, fuck, I'm going through the pain. Right now I'm not in pain, so I don't have to worry about it. But those first couple of days was a doozy. So my friend, she was talking about men giving head versus how females give head and how men critique it. You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, yeah, men do always, specify or something about when a female gives them fellatio. But they always think that they are the professionals of cat eater. Like everybody, all niggas think they are professional cat eaters. Like, yeah, I know what I'm doing. Not everybody is meant to eat cat. Let me tell you why. Fellas, we got pH, okay? We got pH balance. If you don't brush your teeth, if you don't brush your gums, if you ate something and think you about to eat some booty, you won't fuck our pH up. That is not right. We do not need to have Mickey D's fry salt all on our fucking vagina. Like, that don't make no sense. When you sit there and you talking about a female's cat, you guys do this, smell it. Okay, how about you lick your hand? Get 3 strikes of your tongue to your hand and to smell it and see if you worthy of eating cat. See if you worthy of eating cat after you smell the fucking residue stench of your hand. And then see if that motherfucker is not going to run away. You got to make sure your tongue is right. Because I don't want to be sitting there and I smell turd ass breath on my cat. Like, that'll throw me off. Throw me off. I'm smelling residue of food. You couldn't brush your teeth. You couldn't detach your tongue. You couldn't do none of these things before you decided to eat booty. Like, ladies, make him lick before he lick. Make him lick and smell his stench before he lick your clit. Make him do that. Because this shit is out of this world. I had a nigga try to go down on me. This was years ago. This was probably about when I was like 22. And the conversation alone threw me off. But when my man was like, let me eat you out, I said no. He's like, let me finger you. I said, first of all, I don't even like fingering because I don't like dirty nails. Like, if your breath smelling like that, I know you got dirty nails. You're not penetrating me with either one. And he was like, what you mean? I said, bro, you need to burn your tongue. Like, your breath smell like salamander salt. Like, that shit was so fucked up. It was terrible to smell that shit. Like, he smelled like he had a carcass dancing on his tongue. That shit was just vicious. And he really thought he was the bomb booty eater. Man, you playing with me, don't play with me. I'm not playing with you. It smelled like you got a football team playing in your mouth right now. Like, dead ass. Everybody is not meant to eat cat. If you want your cat to be nice and fresh and purr, make sure he lick his motherfucking hand first. Because, yeah, I don't want my fucking coochie to smell like cat licks. No. I didn't want my cat to be bathed by dirty tongue. Like, that does not smell good. And another funny thing that has happened this week. Now, I've had a funny ass week, y'all. Like, this week, I had surgery. Like, this week has been entertaining for my black ass. Like, seriously. My son had went to school. Everybody had started back to school, but my son, he actually didn't start school until the Thursday I had my surgery. So my son ended up going with my husband to this first day of school. So the first day of school, things were kind of hectic because the teachers wasn't all there to pick up the kids, and take them to the right classes. So the first day, my son, some way, he went to a different class and whatever. Now, the second day, my husband drops him off, they had a mix up again. So when my husband goes and picks Cairo up, the teacher says, oh, you know what? Next time we should just call CPS on you. And then throws the book bag at my husband and steps off. So I'm like, hold on. No, what teacher was bold enough? Because I know the teachers at Walker Jones. My kids have been there since the beginning of time. So, and my oldest is in the middle school academy now. So my kids have been there for the beginning of time. So all the teachers know me. So I'm just like, what teacher was bold enough to say this? Which one? Like, what teacher? She had to be new, or she had to be a teacher that I know that ain't shit. When my husband said Miss Hayes, I said, oh, that little Teletubby ass, little lukewarm wig wearing ass bitch. She got eyes like a Honda Civic. I can't stand her raggedy ass. Ooh, I can't stand her. I told her one day, because me and her, she said something smart about my stepdaughter. And I told her, I said, bitch, you better be careful what you saying over there looking like the damn fucking lion off the Wizard of Oz. Lord. Put him up, looking ass motherfucker. Like, in front of all her students. In front of all her students. Why? Because she was a bitch. She was a bitch then. I thought she calmed down through COVID, but I guess COVID gave her some courage. So when I came up there, remind you, I'm still healing from surgery. That Monday morning, because I told her, no, it wasn't even Monday. It was Tuesday because they ain't had school Monday. When she called my phone, because I left a little message, you know, with the people, the principals and all that, I said, I don't know who the fuck Ms. Hayes thought she was playing with, but the next time she threatened anything to come to my house and do anything, I'm going to snatch this bitch up. So she calls my phone out of character. She's like, you wanted to speak to me. I said, oh yes, well, this is gonna happen right before Tuesday. I said, yes, now what is the problem? What do you mean? What do you mean, what did I mean? I'm Cairo's mother. Oh, I meant what I said, I called CPS. I said, yeah, no, I meant what I said, I smacked the shit out of you. What the fuck is your reason to call the CPS on my son? Because of a problem that you had. Because y'all had a mix up. You don't have no reason to call CPS on my son. So she gets us talking like out of her neck, and I'm just sitting there like, this bitch gonna get her teacher's salary above her head and get her fucked up. Like she really don't understand. Okay, all right, ma'am, I will. You enjoy your weekend. I'm gonna talk to you Tuesday. You have the same energy though. You have all this courage and energy. You little nappy wig wearing bitch. So got off the phone. She texts my phone. This is my personal telephone number. Do not contact me. I said, bitch, I didn't contact you in the first time. But I tell you one thing, I am not one of your, I'm too grown for you to think you're going to talk to me like I'm one of them kids at your school or one of these kids in your house. I enjoy your weekend because I'm going to enjoy my Tuesday when I see you. So Tuesday come. I went up that motherfucker on rant. I cussed everybody out. Every goddamn body, because I was so pissed off. Because I'm like, first of all, y'all, it's to this day, it's still fucked up. When we drop them off, all the parents always ask, which way they going in today? Are they going Pier Street or are they going through this way? Which way they going in today? It's that bad. So I come there, I'm like, where's she at? Because she had all this stuff to say, and I need to see her and address her as a woman and let her know I will smack her ass out if she ever thinks she's going to talk to me like a child. So she got scared and didn't want to come out of court. So they had the little Social Security police come out. He ain't had nothing for me but some silver ass jewelry that I thought was going to go bomb with my outfit that I had on that day. Because I had on a Coach watch, my little Coach shoe. I was like, yeah, I come prepared today for your jewelry. Shit, my kids all right here. My husband going to pick them up. I can sit the night. But I won't regret what I did yesterday. Fuck you talking about? No, I won't. So I go in there, I tell them pretty much like, y'all know who I am. Y'all know how long my kids been here. My daughter's in robotics. When they had the little robotics leagues, I was one of the main parents inside there putting the badges together, helping the kids learn how to program and shit. I'm one of the most active mothers inside the school. So for your teacher to come at my son like that, like she got me fucked up. So they was like, oh, well, we could just talk. I said, no, what's going to happen is you're going to take my son out of class and I'm going to bully that bitch every day. That's exactly what's going to happen. My son is not going back to her class. You take her out of there. You take my son out of there. But that bitch is mine every day I see her. Every day I see that little caterpillar face bitch, I'm going to fuck her up. Every day. So, not like, they should have known right then and there that Miss Hayes was a problem. Because after me and Miss Hayes got into it, the next day, another parent came up there ready to fuck her up. She doesn't even come to the parents to greet them to pick up the kids because she knows it's parents, especially me, ready to whoop her ass. Because I told the police when they was like, oh, but we got the police here because we don't want you to hit. I said, ma'am, regardless if this police officer's here, he got to stop me from hitting her, first of all. And do you think I care about going to jail? I've been to jail a lot. I already know what's going to happen. I'm not really giving a fuck. He got his shiny jewelry that he going to put on my arms, and I'm going to have me some pudding and a stale sandwich and some dirty juice. The fuck? I came prepared today, but I'll go to war and to jail for my goddamn kids. Now, being a married woman, I do go out a lot. And this doesn't even have, this topic doesn't even have to do with being married. This topic could just be because you don't really want to be bothered by a certain particular guy or a certain group of men. It's been times, y'all, where I have been invited to parties or when I go to shows and we all grooving. It's always that dude that don't know I'm married that wants to try to group and shit on me. And I'm just like, oh, nah. So I took this time to tell y'all it's ways that y'all, it's dance moves. It's ways that you can fucking stop niggas from trying to conversate. I had one time when a dude tried to approach me and I was on the phone with my husband. I was smoking my J. I was smoking like shit. He come over there and I ain't had nothing else to do. I ain't know what to do. I farted. Bust ass. I'm talking about that joint was rowdy popper. My husband thought cars crashed. I said, no, that was my ass. Like, that was the thunder strike of the ass clap, right? Right out the gooch. Like, it was right there. Boof. So, then the fucked up thing about it was not only did I fart, but I started fanning that motherfucker with it. Because I wanted him to taste it, right? The first conversation he started, I wanted him to taste that motherfucker, like, taste the fart. Because I was like, I know he heard that motherfucker. I know he heard it. I know he heard it. And I was saying to my husband, like, what was that? I farted. And he was like, that was a fart. I said, yeah. This dude tried to talk to me. He was like, babe, what the fuck was that? I was like, I farted. I'm dead serious. So I'm sitting there, he hears the dude, and he's like, trying to like figure out what the smell is. And I'm just sitting there laughing like, you taste that shit, don't you? You taste that shit, don't you? So he didn't even want to talk to me. He just started talking about the weed. He was like, yeah, where you get that gas from? It's on the south side, bruh. On the south side, way on the south side. Bruh, that shit was funny. Like, I have ways to keep people from talking to me. Like, one of my dance moves, y'all ever in the club, use this one. It's called the Armpit Saucer. And just touch their forehead. Make sure your armpit glistening with sweat. Like, that don't look like a disco ball in that motherfucker. And you tap the forehead of your prey. Just duh. Give him the Simba. Take your armpit and make it real juicy and Simba across that nigga forehead. Simba. Another one. This one is the most perfect one when you in a bad situation. If a nigga gets up on you, you use this one right here. I call this motherfucker the Donkey Kong. You just... And the nigga gonna run because he don't know what to expect. He don't know what's wrong with you now. Because you over there, he thinking you doing some kind of groove. And about to fuck him up and you start banging on your chest. Nigga don't know what to do. He don't know what to do. Nigga ain't gonna know how to react to that. He see you banging on your skitty box. He don't know what to do out of that. Fuck that. I go so far, I do the motherfucker Lord of the Rings when he answers. The ring, my lord. The ring. It's the ring, my lord. You gotta be creative. We don't give a fuck. Me, I'm that wrong nigga to take out in clubs because I do fuck shit like that. Like, I do the Peter Pan, touching niggas and shit. Collar flip. You gotta flip, go around, flip the collar. You gotta do stupid shit in order for niggas to stop talk to you. That's how you do it. You gotta do it. The gargoyle, you stand still. As soon as that nigga come approach you, and play back still. The nigga ain't gonna know what to do. He ain't gonna know what to do. I'm trying to tell y'all, he's not gonna know what to do. He's not. Now, y'all know this is my favorite part of the show. Raw Talent Topics. Raw Talent Topics is pretty much topics that I have from like supporters, friends of mine, people that really have like some really interesting. Like last time we had one about mosquitoes. Like it's been some really interesting topics on here like lately. So this week is getting even juicier. The first Raw Talent topic is why do the wrong commercials always play and make an awkward moment? Now I can relate to that because it's like, let's say you were sitting there, you about to start having coitus, y'all about to start fucking, right? Y'all about to get it in. And then the TV on or the radio on and a fucking commercial about AIDS or something come in with STD. Have you or your loved ones ever caught chlamydia, clap from the back, pus coming from your guts? Like, that shit, you like, hold on, wait a minute. I don't even want to have sex now. You know what I'm saying? Like, I could feel that because, like, when I went to go get my surgery, I was sitting in the waiting room, and I'm just sitting there, like, commercial comes on, and a Hep C commercial comes on. And I'm like, hold on. I'm in a hospital. I'm in Howard Hospital. And I'm sitting in this waiting room, and they about to start scooping me and shit. And they telling me plethora of ways that I can catch Hep C. Like, no, I don't feel safe. I don't feel safe. Like, your liver can fall out, like your ass, and then your tubes can come out of your nostrils. I'm like, nah, I don't want none of that. I don't even want nobody to touch me now, because it throws you off. It throws you off. Like, real life, I can feel that, because yeah, I've had that happen. Like, that's some weird shit. That's some weird ass shit. Like, that right there actually had made me kind of like quit smoking cigarettes, because I was smoking a cigarette, and the commercial came on, and the shit was saying, did you know secondhand smoke can kill not only you and your loved ones, but it can kill your cat and dog? I'm like, oh, what the? I'm like, give me a goddamn break. Like, come on, man. I'm like, this is out of hand. I didn't drop my mic. No worries. Put it back on the skeeter bike. But yeah, I can't. I was just like, how the fuck does it kill dogs and cats? So I was just like, yeah, whatever's in this tobacco, I got to get rid of. So I can definitely understand that, because I've had that. The next raw talent topic is, do you like pranks? No, I don't. I don't like pranks. My best friend is the reason why I don't like pranks. Chantel, if you're watching this, you the reason why, bitch, I don't like pranks. My best friend is a Sagittarius. And we've been best friends for almost fucking 20 years. Like, seriously. And ever since I've known this hooker, she has tried to pull every prank on me. But one prank that pissed me off the most is the Q-tip prank. I come all the way over to her house. She lived on Dick Street. And I lived all the way in Southeast, like off MLK. So it took me a while to get over there. So I go meet my best friend. And we over there chilling and shit. So I'm in her room. And she like, best friend. But like, she already had a plan out. She had Q-tips and she wet some Q-tips. Right? And she had the Q-tips like in her pants. She was like, best friend, I don't know what's going on, but I just keep getting wet. I'm like, hold on, son. Hold on. We don't even share tissues and gazites. Like, we's not going there, son. Like, no. What is you saying to me right now? Like, hold on, wait. I know I'm bi, but I'm not. No. It just threw me off. So she pulls out the Q-tips, and I'm like, bitch, like, what is you doing? Like, what is you, but what threw me off was she started squeezing the Q-tips and the the water started dripping. I instantly started getting scared. And I was in the room, and she started walking up to me with the shit. And I was like, Chantel, you better go ahead with that shit, because I never wanted to fight you, but I will fuck you up in here if you bring that shit towards my face. Like, this will be the first time I fight your ass. Like, real life. Like, don't do that. So I'm trying to grab the door. She comes in for the kill. It just runs to where I move. She ran into the door. I'm jumping all through her damn house like a flea. Just bing, 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 bing. Running like shit. And she's like chasing me. Her mom, everybody in the house crying. I'm sitting there like, can y'all stop this motherfucker? Can y'all stop her? She trying to put coochie cat juice on me. Stop this shit. Not funny. This is not funny. Why is y'all laughing? So I get outside. And I'm screaming, help. I'm like literally screaming, help, help. She trying to put coochie juice on me. I'm literally screaming at the top of my lungs, help, help. She got cat juice. She trying to put it on my face. Help, help. Neighbors looking at me all retarded like my friend is busting out laughing. She's like, bitch, it's just water. I'm like, why the fuck would you play with me like that? You've been chasing me around the house for like 30 minutes, bro. Like, that is not fucking cool. Now, every neighbor around here gonna think I'm on that salt. Like, what is wrong with you, bro? Why would you do that shit to me? Like, what is wrong with you? She was like, because I thought it was funny. And it was. I was like, I should kill you. And that would be funny because it'd be worth it, dummy. Like, why would you do that? I could have broke my fucking ankle. Somebody could have thought something was wrong with me, called the fucking police on me, put a straight jacket. Like, what the fuck is wrong with you? To this day, she makes me hate pranks because she still, to this day, pranks me. Like, she just recently tried to prank me and I ain't fall for that shit. So, no, I don't particularly like pranks. I don't even like participating in pranks because I know what it feels like to be pranked and I don't like pranks. Next raw talent topic is why do straight people get mad when a gay person say they not cute? Yeah, why is that shit? Like, I've been like being a bisexual person. I have had times when I've been around, you know, my friends that are straight or people that are straight, or I'm with my gay friends and we're all out around straight people, and I had a time when, you know, one of my homegirls' friends tried to play with me. I don't want to be around, like, because she probably tried to look at me like that. You know, I don't get down like that. I was like, sweetheart, first of all, you was not even a dip in my sugar bowl. I do not find attractive. We've been out here for 75 hours, and we had plethoras of niggas trying to talk to us, but not you. So obviously, if the niggas don't even get, if you can't get a dick hard, you can't get a click wet. Don't bother me, bitch. I got a preference, bruh. I don't like little things that look like you. You little golem-looking motherfuckers, little gargoyle-looking little creatures. I don't like gargoyle-looking little creatures. Like, first of all, under every wig is a Cleo. If you gotta take your motherfucking personality off, I don't like that shit. That's one thing I don't. I don't like a bitch that gotta unbuild herself. Like, that shit throws me way left. So, people that's straight don't understand. Gay people really actually have a preference. So, why is it that y'all get assaulted when a motherfucker say, we don't like you, you not cute to us? Oh, what you mean by that? Bitch, that's exactly what the fuck we mean when you not cute to us. Now, I done been with my homeboy. He's gay, he's transgender. And the thing that kills me is that he has been, you know, hit on. But the thing is, when he's with people and we're all out and a straight dude to come out and say something, oh, I don't know, I don't want you looking at me. I don't want, they'll be giving this nigga all the attention. Like, he's not paying them no attention. We could be walking down the mall. Oh, look at him. You see that? You see him? Look at him. Look at him. Look at that dress on. Look at him. Look at him. Look at his head. He got a wig on. Lipstick. Look at him. And he just like, why is this nigga so pressed to just keep staring at me? And then, like, it'd be time when motherfuckers would be bold and be like, yo, gay ass. I don't want you looking at me. I don't want you looking at me because you might try to fuck with me or something. I don't want you by me or something. I don't want you to sit by me. And it's been times when he'll sit there and tell him, like, first of all, you're not cute. I don't like you. I have a preference. They're getting their feelings. Oh, what the fuck you mean by that? What the fuck he said? Like, he don't like your kind, motherfucker. He like niggas that like to take dick too. Like, you not a dick taker. So why the fuck? You just got your ass out, but you not a dick taker. So why is it that y'all get so offended when gay people tell y'all that they not attracted to your ass? You should be happy about that. You should be happy that you are ugly enough to not be attracted by a gay person. That you have a qualified for something. You have qualified. That should make you feel good. The next raw talent topic is, what was the pettiest reason you stopped talking to somebody? I found out it was a Gemini. That was the pettiest reason. That's absolutely true story. Why? Because my baby father was a Gemini and that nigga put me through pure hell. Dead serious. We started talking. We knew each other from school, but we never like talked to each other. But we just started like talking and whatever. It wasn't nothing serious. It was just like first like conversation, like get to know somebody. And he was like, what's your sign? You know, you seem real laid back and cool or whatever. I'm like, I'm a Libra. He like, oh yeah, we real compatible. Yeah. I said, what's your sign? I'm a Gemini. Let me call you right back. I gotta go vacuum my beach. That don't run in water. My man, like, click, blocked his number. Never spoke to him again. If I see him, I'ma dodge the shit out of him. Just because. I'm scared of Geminis, bro. I'm terrified of them creatures. Like, I don't know what to do with the Gemini. Like, a Gemini would text you like this. Good morning. Good morning. Bitch, I said good morning. Why the fuck you ain't respond to my good morning? Why the fuck you see me right now? I should come to your house and burn it down just because you don't know how to reply back. See, that's what's wrong with your stupid ass. And this is all within 1 minute of a fucking text. This is all 1 minute. It could be 8:58. You done got 16 messages in that 1 minute by 8:59. Like, that is Gemini's. And then when you respond to them, like, what the fuck is wrong with you? No, I'm just saying, you act like you too good to tap your damn thumb across the joint. You know I care about you, huh? But what you doing? I need to come see you, man, because I don't know what's... No, Geminis, I can't trust them motherfucker. I can't. What was the craziest thing you seen as a stripper? Wow. I've seen a lot of shit, a lot of crazy shit as when I used to be a stripper back in the day. I've seen people get busted in the head with bottles. I've seen fights with heels. I've seen people fall and break their shit. I've seen a lot of shit working in strip clubs. The wildest thing though is when I seen a tampon fly out of bitch. Like, that threw me way off. Like, she had an army fatigue little joint on and she was dancing her ass off. I'm talking about shaking that ass like bloop, 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 bloop. And all I can recall is, like, I started seeing redness, coming through, and I'm just like, why is her army fatigue turning red? Like, okay. So as I look, and I'm like, more murder, more murder, murder, more murder. Because this blood just coming out, and I was like, don't nobody see this shit? So I'm trying to, like, tell her, before she take off her bottoms, you know what I'm saying? Hey, your cat is leaking. So she all into her mood, you know what I'm saying? And she starts taking off her panties. Now she's a red bone, so you can see the redness on her ass. So I'm just like, oh my God. So out of nowhere, like, she do this little split. Like, not a split, but like she flips over and spread her legs and the joke just shoots out. And it goes like by the bar. And I was just like, I quit. I do not qualify here. I do not qualify here. I've seen everything. I thought these skeeter bites was gonna take me places. I don't want to go there. No. This bitch just shot out a tampon out of her cat. I've seen it all. Like, and then when it shot out, she was like, hey, was that mine? I'm just like, well, who else in here on the rag? Who plugged in this motherfucker? Like, you need a plumber, bitch. You need to go clog your shit back up. Like, goddamn. But yeah, that was one of the craziest ones right there. And the next raw talent topic, would you wipe your husband's butt if he couldn't? Lord. Does he have to have arms? Cause like okay. Now look, if my husband, if something happened, I had to wipe his ass, okay. But like if he lost his arms or something like that, or he was like wheelchair bound, okay, something like that. But if this nigga get injured or something, I'm not wiping his ass. Like that's just going too far. Like I'm not wiping that nigga ass. Like if that nigga falls down and he hurts himself and he gonna heal from that shit, in a couple little weeks, he can wipe his own ass. I ain't asking him to wipe my ass when I was having surgery and shit. So no, I'm not about to wipe this nigga ass. Like no. First of all, he got a little ass. So that means I gotta have little fingers to wipe his little ass. Like I'm not wiping that. I'm not wiping that shit. I don't even like that shit. Like I don't even know what it feels like to stick my hand in man butt. Like that would just take me away right there, sticking my hand in a man's butt to wipe his ass. I didn't even like doing that with my son, but now I'm doing it with a grown man, Gucci area. That should have thrown me way left. Like, I mean, if he had no means to wipe his ass, I have to find a tool, find a way to wipe his ass. Yeah, but if he got his arms and shit, he limp, but he can wipe his own ass. Fuck that. We're gonna be sitting there shitty, and I'm not doing that. And our last raw talent topic would be, what horror movies you think they should have never made? Ooh, the first one, Seed of Chucky. Why? Because the whole time I was trying to figure out what this motherfucker was. That was the horror part. That was the whole horror of the whole movie. I did not understand what the fuck they procreated. Like, I didn't understand what it was. Like, I have a Chucky doll and I have a Tiffany doll, but I don't have the son or the daughter, whatever the fuck that thing is. Like, that don't look like Soulja Boy. That's the closest replica of a human being that comes closest to that motherfucking doll is Soulja Boy. Like, or the creepy face motherfucker off Tales from the Crypt. So, like, those are the two closest motherfuckers I could think about that comes close. Wendy Williams' face, that's the third. That's the third. Those are the three motherfuckers I could think that come close to that weird looking motherfucking character. I just never understood. That was a horrible movie. I didn't understand it. The nigga, I didn't know what he was. He cried like a little girl, then he wanted to dress up like a little girl, but then he was a boy, then he started pissing on himself. I was just like, this is not Chucky. This is not the killer that was out here fucking niggas up. What is this nigga? This Teddy Graham ass motherfucking boy. This nigga, it threw me off. I was just like, this is not the seed of Chucky. This is the seed of somebody else. This is not the seed of Chucky. The next one, Tales from the Hood 2. Tales from the Hood 2 was fucking horrible. Like, I cannot believe I sat right there and wasted a whole hour of my fucking life to watch that fucking movie. Like, it was horrible. Like, the first one, when they had the fucking pickaninnies and a white girl was fucking with the grown-up pickaninny doll, and then she got pregnant by the pickaninny doll, and then she ended up getting tied up in this room, and then she ended up giving birth to all these pickaninny babies that bust out her goddamn stuff. It was just... Whoever the fuck wrote that, go to hell. Like, y'all should have did so much better. Like, y'all ain't even had my nigga in that jump. Like, it was just horrible. That jump was horrible. It was horrible. Horrible ass plot. Horrible ass. Like, the whole skits they did was all stupid. It was more racism than horror in that motherfucker. Like, I ain't understand none of that shit. None of it. And then the last one, Shyamalan, whatever this nigga, M. Night Shyamalan, like, nigga, don't ever make no more fucking movies like this. Like, real life. You already know what shitty ass movie I'm about to talk about, sir. The Village. What the fuck was you thinking making that dumb ass movie? That movie was stupid. First of all, they had niggas living in 1656. And it was 2009 around everybody else. Like, niggas was using cell phone, adapting to life, going to corner stores, grouping to parties and shit. These niggas still dancing in occult circles. Where was they still getting these petticoats from, huh? Where was they getting this Civil War outfittery from? Like, I didn't understand that all these niggas wearing petticoats and little old ass fucking Harriet Tubman boots and shit, button up blouses and shit, living old as shit, and they right across the highway. A highway, I'm surprised they never heard the cars. Right across was life. And they wanted to keep these little motherfuckers in there, in this little Amish ass community that with these big ass, wide body built monsters that wasn't even real monsters. They was just niggas with rakes. With niggas with big ass pitchforks. Like, that shit threw me off. And it took for one blind girl, how the fuck? It took, listen to what I'm saying, everybody else can see. It took for one blind motherfucker to see that shit wasn't right. Hated that movie. Hated it. That's a movie you watch when you try to torture somebody like Glitter. Glitter and The Village is the two movies you watch to torture the shit out of somebody. You want to make somebody angry and just tie their ass up and make them watch the movies and repeat, bruh. I swear to gosh. But y'all, I'm glad y'all tuned in tonight. Thank y'all very, very much for checking out my show. New and the people that has already been watching, stay tuned for more of my craziness. You have been entertained by Miss Dreadhead. Well, thank you again for coming to the Underground Lab and tuning into my show, Raw Talent. Until next time.